వార్తా కార్యక్రమమునకు స్వాగతం. నేటి ధ్యానాంశము మరణము, డెత్. దో I go through the valley of shadow of death, I fear no evil, for thou art with me, and thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. గాఢాంధకారపు లోయలో నేను సంచరించినను, ఏ అపాయమునకు నేను భయపడను. మరి యొక్క అనువాదం, మరణాంధకారపు లోయలో నేను సంచరించినను, ఏ అపాయమునకు నేను భయపడను. ఎలయనగా నీవు నాకు తోడై ఉండదు, నీ దండమును నీ దుడ్డుకరయు నన్ను ఆదరించును. కీర్తనల గ్రంథము 23వ అధ్యాయము. లోయలలో లోతులలో యెహోవా నా కాపరి, యెహోవా నా కాపరి, సయ్యన ఊపిరి, నాకు లేమి కలుగదు. పచ్చిక గల చోట్ల నన్ను పరుండజేయును, శాంతికరమైన జలముల చెంత నన్ను నడిపించును. యెహోవా నా కాపరి, యెహోవా నా ఊపిరి, నాకు లేమి కలుగదు. లోయలలో లోతులలో యెహోవా నా కాపరి, సముద్రములో సమరములో యేసయ్య నా ఊపిరి. యెహోవా నా కాపరి, యేసయ్య నా ఊపిరి, నాకు లేమి కలుగదు. లోయలలో లోతులలో యెహోవా నా కాపరి, సముద్రములో సమరములో యేసయ్య నా ఊపిరి. యెహోవా నా కాపరి, యెహోవా నా కాపరి, నాకు లేమి కలుగదు. This is the advantage of visiting the church. Severe noise pollution, aviation industry, severe emissions, aviation industry. All these things were foretold in the book of Daniel. In the last days, the knowledge will increase many-fold because of explosive increase and growth in mobility of the people. In the times when there were no postal system, telegraphs, mobile phones, telecommunications, transportation, well-developed transportation system, but for horses and donkeys. Daniel is writing that in the last days there will be an explosive growth in knowledge, and this is because of the explosive growth of mobility of people from one place to other place. Don't we see? We see symposia, we see conferences, we see meetings, we see gatherings. Aviation industry, anyone can go from east to west, Japan to China, Japan to US, US to Japan, any nation. There is a phenomenal growth in mobility of the people. This enabled exchange of information, exchange of knowledge, and explosive growth of knowledge. Today, science and technology has advanced so much. Yet, certain things are beyond the realm of science, isn't it? For example, the impact of dark forces, the impact of witchcraft, black magic, the power of Satan, satanic forces. Can science view this? Yet, faithful eyes can see the footprints of Satan. The eyes of the faithful can see the footprints of Satan. That's why, probably in the book Satan, His Personality, Power, and Overthrow, Edward McHenry Bounds, Ian Bounds writes that the famine, the drought, the war that we see all around are the footprints of Satan. Satan is synonymous to lies. Satan is synonymous to loss of life. Satan is synonymous to death. In Psalm 23, David writes a beautiful expression of hope and faith. Faith that he can overcome death. Though I walk through the valley of shadow of death, I fear no evil, because you are with me, and your staff and your rod shall comfort me. As the shepherd guards the sheep, you will guard me through the valley of shadow of death. Everyone has to fight the life's last battle, isn't it? Everyone has to go through the phase of going through death, because it is so. God has cursed humanity that thou shall die. The moment you eat this fruit, thou shall die. That is what is called eternal condemnation. But in His grace, God has reconciled the whole of the humanity with Him through the crucifixion of His only begotten Son, Jesus Christ, on the cross. Through the reconciliation, what has happened is death is transformed into a sleep, a fearless experience. Now we need not fear of death, because death is not meant for eternal separation. The death is only a sleep. The moment we close our eyes here, provided we believe in what God has done for our redemption, that is, offering His only Son, Jesus Christ, as an atonement for the sins of mankind, we will have uh, everlasting fellowship with God, and we will inherit the things that God has prepared for us. Eyes have not seen, ears have not heard, nor human heart has conceived the things that God has prepared for those that love Him. Yes, I just loved Jesus Christ, and what is the consequence? From Rajahmundry, I was taken to Visakhapatnam. From Visakhapatnam, I was taken to IIT Madras. From Chennai, I was taken to Israel. From Israel, I was taken to Korea, and then from Korea back to the pavilion, and then from back to the pavilion Chennai to China, China to back to the pavilion, and then from Chennai to Vadodara. This is the place. From Chennai, I was moved to abroad, and then to other state, that is Gujarat. And in all these places, in all my tough times, I could feel the presence of Jesus Christ, as Jacob felt the presence of God, and as Jacob was helped by God in his loneliness. God has been with me. Though I go through the valley of shadow of death, I fear no ill. For thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me, for thou art with me. Such a wonderful expression of faith. We have to put it down into writing our experiences, because David has written Psalm 23. We do have the hope. One of the fathers or the pastors says like this: the difference between a faithful person and a person without faith. In the life of a faithful person, what will happen is, when he is about to breathe his last, what will happen is, his family members, his children, his wife, and his relatives will all be gathering at his bedside, and they will recite beautiful verses like Psalm 23. Psalm 23. యెహోవా నా కాపరి, నాకు లేమి కలగదు. పచ్చిక గల చోట్ల ఆయన నన్ను పరుండజేసి ఉన్నాడు. తన నామమును బట్టి నీతి మార్గములో నన్ను నడిపించుచు ఉన్నాడు. గాఢాంధకారపు లోయలో నేను సంచరించినను, ఏ అపాయమునకు నేను భయపడను. నీ దండము నీ దుడ్డు కర్రయు ఎలయనగా నువ్వు నాకు తోడై ఉన్నావు. నీ దండము నీ దుడ్డు కర్రయు నన్ను ఆదరించును. నా శత్రువుల మధ్య నీవు నాకు భోజనము సిద్ధపరిచి ఉన్నావు. నూనెతో నా తల అంటి ఉన్నావు. నా గిన్నె నిండి పొర్లుచు ఉన్నది. ఎంత చక్కని కీర్తన. ఇట్లా ఒక విశ్వాసి, ఏ ఫెయిత్ఫుల్ పర్సన్, when he is going through the last battle, that is the phase of death, his relatives will be gathered next to his bedside, and they will recite the Psalm 23. We really do not know what is going happening in the soul level, even though we think that the person is almost lifeless and going through the phase of death. We really do not know what is happening at the level of soul. Our reading of the Bible, our reading of the eternal words of God will have an impact on the battle the soul makes through its way to the celestial city, so that the soul is safely landed in the celestial city. So, this is what is happening in the life of a faithful person. He grows up, his family members, his children, in the fear of God. They know the word of God, they know how to pray, they know how to battle with the dark forces of the air, they know how to enter into the celestial city. This is how a faithful person equips his family, builds his family on the foundation of the rock, that is Jesus Christ. Unlike the faithful person, the faithless person, who has never believed in Jesus Christ or who has never visited the church, he has nothing to give to his family. He cannot uh, inspire or motivate his family to have faith in Jesus Christ, because he himself never had faith in Jesus Christ. So, while he was breathing his last when he is on his deathbed, there is no one on his bedside. This is what is happening in America. So many are dying in solitude, in loneliness, in fear. So many are drug addicted, so many are into violence, so many are into terrorism. That is why family system has its own advantage. Very recently I got an opportunity to listen to an experienced army official by name Colonel Hani Bakshi. Such a wonderful person. He presented for 90 minutes his own experiences and instructed the students from war rooms to classrooms, significance of disciplined life, or military discipline for life. For life means in Hebrew lekhaim. When we celebrate birthdays and other things, other special occasions, Hebrew people say lekhaim. Lekhaim means for life. Like Hebrew people, Mr. Colonel Hani Bakshi presented discipline for military discipline for life. So in that, what Mr. Hani Bakshi has told is, America fears the colonial capitalism of China. America fears the family system of India. The advantage of India is the beautiful family system. The advantage of China is the colonial, not colonial, communist capitalism. So China has excelled, and India is excelling. India is excelling because of the family relationships, and how the children are grown up, and how the future generation is built well, well built. The family relationships. That's what the pastor tries to say, the contrast between the faithful and the faithless. Likewise, the pastor also says that he has to do the last rites of many, including including faithless believers. That is the difference between faith and belief. I may say I am a believer just by because my father is a Christian, my grandfather is a Christian. Because they are Christians, I am also a Christian. This is what is called traditional Christianity, and I may say I am a believer. But believers are different from faithful people. So, even though the pastor has to perform the last rites for both the believers and the faithful, uh, those so-called believers that never had faith in their uh, redemption or forgiveness of their sins, what will happen is, again, severe noise pollution. For everything and anything we use flight. Enormous pollution, enormous pollution. Right, brothers? If they were to know that this will be the fate of aviation industry, they would have never thought of inventing flights. They thought flying will be as good as birds. We are not God, no. That is the difference between the invention of man and invention of God. Moving forward, though I walk through the valley of shadow of death, I fear no evil, for thou art with me, thy rod and thy staff, they comfort me. గాఢాంధకారపు లోయలో నేను లేక మరణాంధకారపు లోయలో నేను సంచరించినను ఏ అపాయమునకు నేను భయపడను. దెర్ ఇస్ నో డేంజర్. హాని లేదు, హాని లేదు, హాని లేదు. This is the advantage of going to church. Otherwise, how will I learn all these hymns? How will I learn all these songs? Each church has its own style. Each church has its own special numbers, isn't it? There is nothing wrong in going to different churches, the interdenominational churches, because all denominations are basically professing faith in Jesus Christ, isn't it? There is if I eat tamarind rice, it doesn't mean that I should not eat Mysore pak. If I eat Mysore pak, it doesn't mean that I should not eat Shakar Pongal, isn't it? These are all different denominations, different forms of worshipping the same God, isn't it? That is how I learnt the beautiful hymns. These hymns and these songs were instructed by God. Moshe teach the children of Israel the song. యెహోవాను గానము చేసెదము ఏకముగా ఆయన మహిమ పాడెదము ఆయనను వర్ణించెదము ఆయనే దేవుడు మనకు పారో రథముల సేనలను తన శ్రేష్టాధిపతులను ఎర్ర సముద్రములోన ముంచి వేసేనే హోవా ఎర్ర సముద్రములోన ముంచి వేసేనే హోవా. యుద్ధ సూర్యుడే నిద్రలో లేపి అడిగినా కూడా కొంతమంది పిల్లలు చక్కగా సమాధానం చెప్తారు. ఈవెన్ ఇఫ్ వీ వర్ టు made awake from our sleep, we should never forget the word of God. Even when we were made to wake up from our sleep, these songs should be on our lips. These songs should be in our heart. This will protect us from the weapons of Satan. This will act as whole body armor. యుద్ధ సూర్యుడే హోవా మా బలము మా గణము మా పితరుల దేవుడు ఆయన పేరు యెహోవా. దోపుడు సొమ్ము పంచుకొని ఆశ తీర్చుకొందును నా కత్తి దూసెదను అని శత్రువును కొనెను. వేల్పులలోని సములెవరు పరిశుద్ధ మహనీయుడా అద్భుతమైన పూజ్యుడా నీ వంటి వారెవరు. వేల్పులలోని సములెవరు పరిశుద్ధ మహనీయుడా, అద్భుతమైన పూజ్యుడా, నీ వంటి వారెవరు. Beautiful song. Again, so much noise, so much noise. If Wright brothers were to know that the aviation industry will cause such a disaster, they would never had invented flight. If Please Meitner were to know that the fission process will be used for the making of Little Man and the Fat Boy, Please Meitner would never had disclosed her theoretical prediction of the fission energy that is possible in the event of splitting of uranium nucleus. That is the problem. Scientists disclose secret things, mysterious things, wonderful things because the secret things belongs to God. God reveals to great people and great people reveals to the world, like things revealed to Daniel. If Lee Meitner were to know that the splitting of nucleus will be used for the purpose of causing loss of life, Lee Meitner would have never disclosed her basic